to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Those aren't buoys. All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Friday, the 13th. Oh my God. I just realized it's Friday the 13th. I forgot all about it. My favorite day of the year, next to Halloween. So, kind of ironic, but it didn't really, the UFO report, come out till yesterday. But it would have been neat if it came out today, Friday the 13th. We only talked about it for a little bit yesterday because I found out right before the show that the UFO report came out. Didn't really have any time to read on it. But I was watching a few shows last night talk about it, and I did read it to you already. There's nothing new in the UFO report, which we're going to invite you on to see what you think. See, I was just on Alien Addict's show, and we were talking about it. And Ollie said something that was kind of interesting to me. He goes, this UFO report may be new, nothing new to us, but for the general population, it's new. They don't know anything about this. And the language they used is very simplified, very, very easy to read. No big words were used. Anybody can watch or read this UFO report and get a good understanding to what this is going to be what's going to happen with AARO and why the office is there, how they're going to use other entities to help them figure out the truth about what's flying in our skies with impunity, as Jeremy Corbell says. I'm really interested to find out what you guys have to say about that. Don't know if you read anything about the UFO report, but if you have and you want to talk about it, yeah, come on here. That's what everybody else is doing. I would have done it last night, but I didn't read it, and it just came out. So, I'll bring it up and we'll talk about it. All right? No? All right. Forget it. We don't have to do anything. We'll just sit here. We'll watch more of that documentary. That's it. We'll just look at the UFOs from now on. We won't talk about anything. I know, I'm just making this narrative up on my own. You guys didn't say anything. I'm pulling up the clip. The article, the clip. Brother-in-law. So, we're going to do a little bit of nothing tonight. We're just going to talk about the UFO report in a few minutes. I'm trying to pull it up, and for some reason, I can't find my UFO report. Where's the UFO report? Every now and then life throws you a curveball, right? But why does it have to be every single time I come up to bat? Stop! Stop it. I think I found it. Let's see if this is it. Is this it? I think this is it. Well, spy agencies report hundreds more UFO sightings since 2021. We know that there's over 500 of them now, in total 510. Those are the ones that were observed in protected airspace or near sensitive facilities. I don't have the report yet. I'll have to pull it up. I don't know where it is. Huh? Who's this? Is this it? Yeah, here it is. I believe. Here it is. No, that's not it. I got a good UFO sighting that was sent to me by Greg O'Brien. Something about tuning forks too. Wow, you can send me some good stuff, bro. Greg, I'm going to talk about all that stuff someday. And I don't mean someday like, in a year, like tomorrow. So I want to let you know I messaged Ross Coulthart to come on the show, and he still refuses to answer. I DM'd him on Twitter and emailed him twice. I don't do threes. So I guess maybe he was told not to come on my show, Third Phase of Moon, or anybody else that's in this. You know what I mean? That's probably what happened. Because when, Kurt Jamungle asked him, do you know Rich or anybody? And he goes, oh, I'm familiar with Rich. Nice shirt. And I'm like, familiar? Familiar. Yeah, it could go either way, I guess. But what? This is crazy. I can't find it. I'm looking for the original. I don't want something that's... and then I guess UFO Jesus did a video. Here, why don't you guys take a look at UFO Jesus for a second while I find the report. This will be interesting. I like UFO Jesus. I never hated the guy, and I don't like when people say that. I just think he gets a lot of things wrong, or used to anyway, but lately he seemed to have learned a lot. Now, like I said, there's a 5-year learning curve, and he's hit that 5 years, and he's starting to get it. Isn't that weird? He's like the third person who's hit that 5-year mark. Now, some people get it as soon as they come into the field. And I'm going to name one of those people. Dorothy gets it. I mean, when I say just coming into the field, she's been around for a year doing this. Her whole life has been full of mysteries, right? But talking to the community and getting involved and having an opinion and having factual statements to back some things up, Dorothy fits into the... My phone just started playing. Like, why? Why would that happen? How weird is this? It's a show from Russell Brand. It says, and maybe this is the message. Maybe this is a message to me. It says, the title of the show is, This Changes Everything. So what changes everything? The phone just started playing a video. I didn't even touch it. So you would think, while I'm talking about UFO Jesus and how good he is, that this message would have something to do, but it wasn't a coincidence type of thing. It's just started playing. Glitch in the Matrix. Let's hear what Jesus has to say.
UAP from the ODNI has dropped today, January 12th, 73 days after it was required to be released. And with all that extra time they had to release it, it ended up being a grave disappointment. Make no mistakes, muchacho. It didn't squash the UFO enigma like it could have. So people like me will still continue to be frothing at the mouth and have every justification to do so. On the other hand, it also didn't live up to the recent statement made by, as I understand, the head of AARO, Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, in which he stated the following during a DoD media roundtable on the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO, on December 16th, 2022. And I quote, "Our team..."
First of all, can you guys just do me a favor? I need somebody who knows him to tell him to run a lint ball sticky thing over his microphone to get the hairs from his beard off the microphone. Because his hairs are falling out, and look, they're landing in the microphone. I can't have this. You know how hard it is for me to watch this? I can't. I don't even watch because of that. How many other people don't watch because of the critter hairs that are all over that microphone? And that's a $300 mic. Come on.
December 16th, 2022.
Imagine what his underwear must look like if he wears any.
Our team knows that the public interest in UAP is high. We are...
All right, I'm not going to play it all, but our team knows that the public interest in UFOs are high. We're developing a plan to provide regular updates and progress reporting to the public our work, while we're committed to declassifying and sharing information related to UAP to the greatest extent possible. We must, of course, balance the desire for transparency with the need to protect classified information sources and methods in the interest of national security.
They're developing a plan to provide... We're going to explore the report and reaction to the report. But for now, my response to the report is very simple, consisting of 9 words. We necessitate more hearings on the UAP enigma. Capiche? To echo that perspective, I wrote...
What the fuck? What the... You're going to tell me he didn't steal my capiche that I've been using for ever? He stole my capiche. I'm going to take that as a compliment then.
Echo that perspective, I wrote the ODNI UAP on the UAP enigma. Capiche? On the UAP enigma. Capiche? 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 Echo that. To echo that. Capiche? Capiche? To echo that. To echo that we need more UAP hearings. Are we really so ignorant on the nature of UAP? What do those connected with legacy UAP programs have to say about that perspective? Let's go get it. And on a positive note, Senator Marco Rubio dropped the following today. The second annual report on unidentified anomalous phenomena has been submitted to Congressional Intelligence and Armed Services Committees. U.S. Senator Marco Rubio, Vice Chair of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, praised the report and called for more.
All right, let's bring you guys in. All right, I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to drop the link. There it comes. And that is going to go upstairs to the pin board. Capiche? You prick stealing my capiche. And he didn't even spell it right. C-A-P-E-E-S-H. It's C-A-P-E-S-C-E with the long line over the E. You prick. You know what I mean? He stole my capiche. Who steals a word? That guy. That guy stole my word. Capiche is me. You're not Italian. You're not Italian. No, only Italians can use capiche. Capiche? Unbelievable, the balls on this guy stealing my capiche in the middle of a show.
Transparency. Quote, we are making important progress in our ongoing efforts to understand these activities and what threat they may pose to America's national security. The report highlights 510 UAP national security incidents.
All right, we know all this garbage. We know. And then every year in October, they got to come out and tell us what they found out in the previous year, right? That's how it's going to work. By the way, welcome to the show, Moonlicked. First that crappy UAP report, now this disrespect to Mr. G. Freaking believable. I know I was supposed to be Dick G, but I made it home in time, thank God. I just removed the comment. Dark Hour Paranormal, how are you today? Welcome to the show. Woods Elf, welcome to the show. SoCal Squatcher, welcome to the show. David Pearson, show welcomes you, man. Wow, that's important. Helen, welcome to the show. User not found. What else can I say in Italian? I speak it fluidly. When I'm angry, especially. Moonlicked, welcome to the show. Franklin Mathers, I speak 4 languages. French, Italian, Russian, and English. All right, you want to know me? That's what I do. I speak 4 languages. Boston Deadhead, welcome to the show. Diane Bass, welcome to the show. Tony, welcome to the show. Zach Diecast Man, welcome to the show. Becca Wiles, welcome to the show. Diane Bass, welcome to the show. Didn't miss you. Good to see a picture too. Look at you. Hey. Night Panther. What do you say there, Snapperhead? How you doing, huh? Welcome to the show. Speaking of Snapperheads, hey, Dark Hour Paranormal. Yeah. Jesse Morrison, welcome to the Cindy Boyd, welcome to the show. What a serious look, yet Mona Lisa-ish. That's like a Mona Lisa smile right there. Like, I'm smiling, but I'm not. You know, it's like... All right, let's get back to the show. We got people starting to chime in here. Welcome to the show. The Shirtless Wonders here, too. Welcome to the show. Bob Perkins. Greg O'Brien. No Gregs. How you doing, man? All right, who's at the front door? Diamond Dog. What's up, FAP? What's up, fellas? Welcome to the show. Sky Allen, your plane is ready. Sky Allen, time for liftoff. Welcome to the show. Ms. DJ. So nice to see you. Welcome to the show. And Space Jason 9, Instagram fork. Cheers from the spaceship. I've been waiting for you. How's the weather in the spaceship? They can make it rain in space in that ship. No, it's weird. Yeah. Well, they have a what's called a weather chamber, and you can go in and put anything up to a Category 3 hurricane. They got tornadoes. You can't go past a Category 2 tornado, right? They can create dust storms, all sorts of things. Hail, all that in the mothership. What's up, Ma? Huh? Oh, she's over here. Huh? I'm doing the show. Meatballs for everybody. All right? If you guys want to join the show, the link is pinned in the chat at the top. Capiche? He stole my capiche. How do you steal a capiche like that and look yourself in the mirror?
Truth for the American people, Senator Rubio. So before we dig into the actual content of the report, I think it's very valuable to cover some tweets of people responding to it so that we can get a feel of how people that are paying a lot of attention to this topic.
That's the thing we were talking about on Alien Addict. With that being said, I wish he would change his name, but Goofon, I am your father.
Hello.
Here. What's up,
Can you hear me?
Pops?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Don't bring
doing?
the microphone closer to your mouth. It'll overmodulate. It's fine where it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
All
Doing
right,
good.
all right.
How are you?
I'm good.
So what about this UFO report?
I watched a little bit of it on TV. I was like, whatever. I'll just watch you instead.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, I saw it on the news today, and I figured out, wait until you come on and see what you had to say about it.
Okay, but the reason I'm having people come on is to give me their opinion, not to tell me about my opinion. So do you want to make a comment about what the UFO report is saying? Did you read it?
I did not read it. I just saw bits and pieces of it on the news, and I try not to pay attention to the news because I think it's BS.
Yeah, but it's interesting to hear what other people have to say. Wouldn't you agree?
They were talking about on the news how they never had a collision with another airplane with a UFO. I don't know how true that is.
Anything else?
No. I don't know.
Hey, what part of the world do you live in again?
Indiana, United States.
So it just got cold for you, right?
Oh, yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, we're getting that right now in Florida. It's only going to be 30 tonight, tomorrow, and the next night. I'm like so pissed.
And you know what? I got arrested for looking ugly.
What?
It's a joke.
I hope so, man. That's not cool.
Yeah, it was a joke. You're supposed to laugh.
Well, I don't know who's serious anymore when you got to be careful.
Well,
that is funny. Yeah.
Does it look like I'm serious when I put on there, goof on, I am your father?
No, of course it doesn't. But I understand humor, and I figured there was a logical, funny explanation for it. So that's why I didn't care.
Right.
Comedy's always good, Pops.
Right? You're older than me, but anyways.
Oh, that would be weird, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
You believe
that
in
would
time
be
travel?
Yeah, it can't happen.
Do you believe in time travel?
No.
I could go back in the future, have sex with your mom, then come back and you would be my son.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
No, you mean you'd go back in the past?
Yeah, back in the past.
And then come back to the future, and then here I am, and you're my Pops.
Right, exactly.
Please don't tell me you did that.
No, but if I could, I would.
Wouldn't that be weird if you were going to break that news to me right here on the show? I am your father.
Yeah, that would be weird.
That would be the greatest show in the history of everything.
Yep.
A guy who's younger than his father.
Oh, yeah.
How did you do it? Time travel. Really? Oh, yeah. And then you tell this story that only my mom knows the truth to, right?
I would say around 2035 and between 2045, we'll have time travel. I do believe we already have it.
Wow. Okay. That's only 10 years from now, pretty much.
Yeah.
12 years.
Yeah. I do believe we already have it. It's just limited.
Huh?
I do believe we already have.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's limited, so what does that mean? You can only go back like a second?
No, I do
right?
believe the government has it, and there's limited in what they can actually do.
Oh, okay. I think they can make a molecule find itself somewhere in the past, right? By a 100th millionth of a second.
Actually, what I think they can do is send conscious back. Your consciousness. They can actually, maybe a few years, but not much more than that, I don't think.
Wow, no, they can't. Hey, Dorothy. Dorothy's here, everybody.
Well, I'm going to get off here. See you later.
Oh, Dad.
Aw, where you going? Oh, man. He's always leaving just when it's getting good.
I can never get to know my dad.
Honest to God.
Really?
Hey, Rich.
Hey,
I got here late because I was running an errand. Have you already recapped this UAP report for everybody that hasn't read it? Because I read snippets just like he had, you know?
I just started.
Oh, okay, great. Well, listen, I'll listen in now for a while and
what do you mean?
Hear what you have to say, and I'll chime in if I got something.
No. I'm here. I want you here to talk about what you want to talk about in the report.
Right. That's why I want to listen to you for a minute. So I'm just going to be here and sitting and listening, and then I'll come back on. How's that?
No, wait a second. You read the report, though, right?
Just like you know, your friend that was just here.
Okay.
I've read snippets and this and that because I've been bouncing around doing a lot of other things. I mean, okay. So big whoop, the UAP report finally dropped. Okay, so what's so radical about this? This is what I want to know.
Nothing.
That's my question. What's so radical about the fact that it has finally dropped all this time? That is so late. It tells me they're not feeling like they're responsible somehow to the, you know, Congress to get anything in on time. Was it a lack of time to prepare? Because it's such an overwhelming amount. I heard there were something like over 400 reports that they were trying to sift through or something from, you know, pilots and stuff. And
yeah, there's apparently 244 new ones, a total of 510 now that have been reported since the first drop, you know, the first thing. And so, yeah, they were also talking how they're going to use other, I'm trying to find I have the report in front of me, but I'm looking for the part that has everything I'm looking for, and I'm clicking on stuff and I can't find it. Recent news, reports and publications. I had it yesterday, and for some reason, I just can't find it.
Well, I'll power up my little notepad here, and while I'm listening to you, I'll sit there and see what I can find. Which part are you looking up?
Well, it's I'll show you. It's press releases. That's what I'm looking at, and that's what I thought. That's where I thought this was. Look, I'll show you. Here. This.
Okay, my eyeballs are really straining. Yeah, I gotta wait till my big screen comes up so I can.
This is it right here.
The address and stuff. But why don't you DM it to me? Can you DM me the link and then I'll look around inside for it? That is what I can do on Twitter. The background. I'm such a dinosaur, Rich. I got to do things the dinosaur way. I'm sorry. I haven't gone back to school yet, dude. I'm going to work on it, but hey, you know.
No, there's no reason to apologize. I sent it
what
to
do you. Expect, dude? Oh.
There's no reason to apologize. I just sent it to you.
Okay, great. I'm still waiting. My little notepad is slow, you know.
Yeah.
Substandard equipment here.
I also forgot to mention, if you guys want to help support GoFund, we are supported through the public. So super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App, send it in any way you can. Appreciate it. And without that, well, we just won't be here. We're almost at 10,000 subs too, so don't forget, subscribe. Only a couple hundred away, right? That's it. So if I click on this press release, that's what I thought I would see. And then you click on that. Where is it?
Oh, sure. And now it doesn't want to let me get online. What's the deal? Now I'm going to have to restart this whole deal.
Oh, Greg's here.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to let myself be off because I'm just going to be putzing around on my thing. Okay. But I'll be here in the background and I'll come back on.
Hi, Dorothy.
Okay. All right, thanks. All right, she said hi. Nice. So, Greg, where am I not clicking on? Why can't I find the report?
Because the report doesn't exist. There is no report. There's no report. There's no new information. I blame ourselves. We are all insane. The very definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And that's what we keep doing with this United States government. A lot of people say I have an axe to grind, but if I don't, how could you not have an axe to grind with the United States government? I mean, they haven't proved me wrong.
No, that was a great thing you just said. 100% accurate too. It is. It's insanity. They keep doing the same thing, expecting us to be like, oh, this is great new stuff. And it's the same stuff over and over. You're right. Why do we keep doing this? Because you and I and everybody else, we know what's out there. But what we're waiting for is for them to either slip up or give us the truth someday. And that's why we keep, we're always here waiting for it. And that's the
I'm sorry. I've had enough of, I think we just need to go we'll keep taking these little baby steps. We just need to get to the end. And I think the end is, instead of trying to identify the craft, we need to identify the pilots. That's when I think we get somewhere. For
sure.
Right?
Yeah. You're right.
Did you skip through this hunk of junk, man? This report?
Dude, I did, but I can't find it again for some reason. Why? I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I can't get to it. There, it's supposed to be right here. Here it is. 2022 annual report on. Now, where's the story? Where is everything? That's the point. I can't find it.
I think it's hilarious right off the bat. It says 2022.
What? Hold on a second. Somebody just sent me a message, and I don't understand why they're going to be that upset. I don't understand these people. And then I got somebody else. Everybody's allowed to come on the show tonight. There's no set guests or anything. Anybody can come on. Everybody. I want everybody to come on if they want to talk about the UFO report.
Yeah, let's get some diverse opinions on everything. I want to have a discussion. It'd be great to have somebody with a different opinion.
And I just can't find it. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Recent news, that would be this. Here it is. That's the report. Here it is. 11/30/23 or whatever. 1:30. What does that say? Oh, at 11:30 on the 12th. That's when it's dropped. So now I click on it and it's not here. Then if I go download the report, it didn't download it earlier. So let's see if it still works. Not working. All right, here we go. Now it worked. All right. Okay. Here, let me bring you to that page. Yeah. This way I can just go over some things individually and we can talk about it. And just if you have an opinion about the report or you read the report, that's who I'm looking for to contact us here on the show tonight. All right. So here we go. This is the table of contents. I'm going to get rid of us and just put this there. The summary, the scope and assumptions, the government changes to manage the UAP issues. So let's go to page 4. And it says the annual report, okay, it comes out, in addition to responding to required elements delineated in the NDAA. I read this yesterday. This report details the establishment and coordinating efforts between ODNI and the newly created DoD AARO. Got it. The report was drafted by ODNI's NIM Aviation in conjunction with AARO, so they had some help writing this report. It includes input from the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security, the Defense Intelligence Agency, the Federal Bureau of FBI, the National Reconnaissance Office, the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, the National Security Agency, the U.S. Army, the Navy, the Marines, the NASA, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the Department of Energy. Oh my God, ODNI, NIM Engineer to Disruptive Technology, NIM, ODNI, National Counterintelligence and Security Center, Lou Elizondo, and ODNI National Intelligence, And finally, assumptions. Multiple factors affect the observation or detection of UAP, such as weather, illumination, atmospheric effects, or the accurate interpretation of sensor data. Regarding review or analysis of UAP events, ODNI and AARO operate under the assumption that UAP reports are derived from the observer's accurate recollection of the event and/or sensors that generally operate correctly and capture enough real data to allow initial assessments. However, ODNI and AARO acknowledge that a select number of UAP incidents may be attributable to sensor irregularities or variances, such as operator or equipment error. That is all too interesting. I enjoyed that. Wait, everybody's here. Okay. So they're just explaining on this page who wrote the report. It is a word salad, Rondell. It is a word salad. 1,000,000%. And that's why it's not easy to read. Then they talk about, getting accurate information from the sensor data. And sometimes, not a lot, rarely, the data is wrong because of irregularities in the equipment or variances, such as operator or equipment error. And we have ice cream shots here. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, Richie? Happy Friday night, buddy.
Happy Friday night. Yes, sir.
Greg, Dorothy, good to see everybody.
What do you say, man?
I mean, I gotta say the same thing as Greg, and the same thing I said on the New Year's show, and is that they're just they're not going to tell us anything,
right?
Like, especially in the reports. Like, the problem with the reports to me is like the reason why it was late. They have time to scrub it completely. Like, if you're looking for a mistake or anything, sure. They showed us what they're going to do. They're going to take their time and make sure everything, dot all the I's, cross all the T's, and make sure it's where they want it. What I mentioned on the New Year's thing was we need the congressional hearings, but we need people, witnesses. It's the witnesses. Well, I see Lou on Twitter, in the words of Richie, little Louie. Dude, you had me crying, laughing with all that stuff. That was unbelievable comedy. So funny. Even he's got to laugh at that. That was funny.
Thanks.
But you see him on Twitter, and they're all just whooping it up and saying, oh, they've got 1,000 or 300 more reports and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, they're still saying balloons, brother. It's the same report as the last one. It's what are we hoop lying about? Until they want to get inside and tell us, hey, and give us a little bit more information on where they think they're from, it's the same thing. We're in the same standstill. But I think, why don't, if Lou is the big know-it-all with it and everything, why are they not interviewing him in Congress? Why aren't they getting the pilots in there? It's because I don't really think that they're that interested. I don't see any of these people that have said, hey, I'll go there. Well, who's going there? Eric Davis is supposed to be the guy. Where is he? Where are any of these people? I don't understand. Why are they not having the hearings if they want to get down to it?
They want it to be, they got to wait for it to be legal for them to even speak, though. That's the whole problem.
I thought that was done. Isn't that done already?
Yeah, but it's going to take time and a lot of research. And how the more time it takes, I think the more stuff people can bury, the people being the Pentagon. And also, have you guys noticed also, and Dorothy, that, and hi, UFO Report, that plausible deniability is a big part of this game. Have you noticed they keep switching the main characters Abrahams, and then before that it was somebody else, and before that it was somebody else, and we all point the finger at them, and then they disappear, and then somebody else pops up.
Yeah.
And they only let little people know a little bit of information each time. It's called plausible deniability, and that's one of the tactics they use. So we can never really get our hands around somebody's neck because it's a merry-go-round, man. The wheels on the bus keep going round and round.
Yeah, and the crazy part is like, they get up there, and I don't know who the guy is that the reporters talk to in that main room, that briefing room, but it's like, if they really wanted to tell us, or if they really didn't think that this was like from somewhere else, dimensional, extraterrestrial, whatever you want to put the label on it for them, if they really thought this was another country, they wouldn't be talking to us about this. This is so obvious that it's something else other than Russia or China. Like, if these countries had nukes and they were moving around, they wouldn't tell us about that stuff, at that moment. No. They're only discussing this because it's obvious that it's from somewhere else.
Can I do a counterpoint on that? Maybe, how people throughout history have said they've seen UFOs. Well, I think about, I know Rich doesn't believe in time travel, but if you could like take the power of a black hole and harvest that, within something, say the size of a microwave, then pretty much you can time travel, I believe. And if you could change the history, you would have to be right throughout history. And if time travel was already invented, or to be invented, it already had, because you can travel, back and forth through time. So what I'm saying is just basically at the end of the day is, if you can, have the UFO like that, then you can time travel and switch anything you want to where it could be, like say during World War II, the Foo Fighters and everything. You can go back and place Foo Fighters at World War II, from 30 years from now, if they decide to ever, grasp the power of it or whatever.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. I just think that I think there is a lot of it that's our tech. I do think the Tic Tac stuff over time, when I first started to look at the Tic Tac stuff, I thought, man, maybe they're actually from somewhere else. Maybe there's something with this. But over time, anybody that really wants to kind of put like our wants of the stuff to be real to the side and really look at it, it's most likely our stuff. From the Tic Tac,
sure,
it's most likely ours, right? They probably have cracked some of the code if you want to think that Roswell really happened and that they've had some time to work on it. But even then, if it was our stuff, I still don't think they would make all these reports if it was 100% us. So I think that there is still an element that's from somewhere else or wherever you want to say, but and that's why they're doing this. But I don't know. It's just I kind of feel like they're walking it back in a weird way, even though they're putting a report forward. It's like it's enough to piss us all off. Greg, you're mad tonight. Well, I was too. Everybody's kind of pissed, and I keep wondering, are they going to keep doing this, angering us to the point where we're all going to throw our hands up? Rich closes his show. Everybody shuts their show down. Is this the point? I don't know.
No way. And go ahead, Greg. You wanted to say something.
Isn't this the third time in history that something like this has happened? You can go back and read a book called Flying Saucers Are Real by Major Kehoe.
Oh, yeah.
And it's an audiobook. And you can listen, and it sounds like it could be written today. Just switch the names, and it could be written just today, man. And that's what they're doing. They keep switching the names. Wheels on the bus go round and round, know. And we're all still falling for it, and that's why I'm pissed at them, because if the truth doesn't need time. If the truth is truth, the truth can come out today. The truth does not need time. You don't need the time for truth to come out. If it's true, say it.
So I don't think there's any aliens. I think what's going on is they have this technology. They just figured it out maybe. And now they came out with this office to deflect any sightings that might happen in result of all of these new little toys that we just made. That could be another thing. But where are all these sightings reports coming from? And are they just from the military, these other 340, 240? Are those just military personnel, government?
It sounded
Who
like
is,
it
who
is
is
just
Eric W. Davis.
What?
Boy, that's a rabbit hole, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't going that direction.
I was gonna say, how long you got?
Yeah,
exactly. I forgot what I was saying.
No, you were saying, where are the reports coming from? Are they just
that true. So they're still happening.
Yeah.
So something's out there. It's not. We cannot just say it's aliens every time. I think Ice Cream Shots, you said it. It's us. We figured it out. We figured some technology out, and we're never going to see it.
Eric W. Davis, CEO. I'm looking at the leather right now.
Rich, the UFO gods don't want you to have that report because it keeps messing my internet up. I have no internet connection, even though I was able to copy the UAP report and shoot it over to Twitter into your DM. All of a sudden, when I want to send it, boom, I've got no internet connection. I think something's messed up here.
Yeah.
Not me, but there's
that definitely wouldn't be because the file size was too big. What is it? 10,
could have been
pages again,
could have been the file size.
I kind of
maybe
figured
this is it.
It would tell you. It would say it's too big.
Yeah.
PDFs,
I think what it did was it just gave the link instead of the whole deal. Yeah, I was trying to do too many things at once. That's usually me,
Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next section here because we were on page 4. So page 5 says, continued reporting and robust analysis are providing better fidelity on UAP events, but many cases remain unresolved. Then we're going to go into page 5 on UAP reporting, partnerships, and collaboration, which I thought, oh yeah, they're the ones who wrote it, the ones I just went over. And then flight safety concerns and health implications. This is what I want to go to right now. So let's just go there. We know they collaborate with other people. Do we care who with? Yeah, let's find out actually. Page 5. Who are they collaborating with? Well, establishment of the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO. The Deputy Secretary of Defense directed the USD INS to establish an office with sufficient scope, authorities, responsibilities, and capabilities, which is what I was saying earlier. Now we have the backing of the government and unlimited funds to continue the UAPTF efforts and meet the expanded criteria. AARO was established as the UAPTF's successor entity last year, and per its mandate, AARO has the authority to coordinate UAP efforts beyond DoD and is authorized to develop processes and procedures to synchronize and standardize collection, reporting, and analysis throughout not just the DoD, but the IC as well, with the support and coordination of NIM Aviation. Wow, they're getting help from everybody. AARO will coordinate with other non-IC agencies such as the FAA, NASA, NOAA, and the non-IC elements of the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Energy as appropriate. Wow, the broad scope of the authority granted to AARO should enable them to leverage a multi-agency, whole-of-government approach to understanding, resolving, and attributing UAP in the future. That's part 1 of this page. So what do you think about them bringing in the FAA, NASA, and NOAA and non-IC elements? Anyone?
It doesn't matter. They're all federal anyway. So they're under the same guys, they're under the same control, man.
You passed. That's the answer I was looking for.
and think about this. The DoD gets unlimited funds. Think of the DoD is probably tied to the military industrial complex. This is their dream. This is their dream, unlimited funds. Nobody needs to.
Well, I said that. I said unlimited funds. They did. It wasn't in the report.
Okay,
yeah, I said that.
I mean, it pretty much is though.
But it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they're in contract till 2026, like we just learned yesterday. So that's the AARO. They got till 2026 to get their stuff and prove it. Now, the same thing's going on coincidentally with Avi Loeb. And he's trying to put together something to observe all the other stuff that AARO's not going to look after. So now we've got these two entities doing some pretty good work. And guess what? We'll never see the evidence. Doesn't that make you feel great?
Well, why do they keep doing these short-term things instead of looking at a bigger picture and saying, okay, we're going to plan for 20 years out here, and this is how we're going to do it? You know, they could fix the economy.
I got the answer.
Of the whole thing, Okay, Rich, go ahead.
The answer is this, and I've had many years to think about it. Each administration that comes in is different than the one before.
Right.
So they are told, don't get your hopes on decades worth of this stuff. Go little by little. And I know this is true. I've talked to somebody who worked inside. And they said, and that's why it's falling into halfway of the next administration's terms so they can start working on an out or to continue. And that's the thing. Each administration will offer those funds and approve it, if the right people are convinced that there's a threat still and all that other stuff. So they're going to have to move their butt, bring some really good evidence to the table within the next couple of years to keep that office going, which I think it will. I think it'll keep going until one president or administration says, we have nothing. It's all birds, balloons, bags, drones, and airplanes. Forget it. Cut it off. That's when that'll be the end of that office. So they need to get something. Avi Loeb is going to help them. They're going to work together somehow. You'll see in the future, in the next year or two. And something big is going to happen. I feel it. I don't know why. It's leading up to that. Don't you think it's all leading up to something big?
Yup.
I really feel that. They're either, if it's fake, a false flag alien invasion, or real, something's going to happen. That's going to be like earth-shattering.
We've got some really weird tech, just the voice to skull technology. Strange Recon was talking about that the other day.
By the way, great show, by the way. Yeah, he's got a great show.
Yeah, artificially making soldiers in telepathic by directed, signals to the brain.
Oh, that's so cool.
When you think of waves, wave energy, that's where it's at. And they're all talking wave energy, vibrations, raise your vibrations.
Frequencies.
Well, heck, man, we ought to start the worldwide chorus because you don't do anything but vibrate yourself when you're singing, and it always resolves nicely. I mean, come on.
And what's funny? Sorry. And what's funny too? Like, forgive me if this is too crass, but energy, vibration, and frequency is all part of life, right? And so it's a part of sex too, I believe. You experience all three of those things while having sex. So I think that's part of it also, to procreate. So, I mean, they say energy is life. And so that would, if energy is life and the sun is made of energy, that would make the sun alive too. So maybe everything is alive, but it's just a different kind of consciousness. I don't believe we're necessarily conscious. I just believe that we're awake. I don't think we've reached consciousness yet. And I think it's two different levels. I think
different levels. I think you're right about that. Different levels.
A scale. Everything
is coming to each person in a very personalized, unique way. Right. That's what I've been waking up to. And this weird coincidental life of mine is like coming full circle, and you're all in it. For God's sakes, I feel like, the Wicked Witch of the Sky wrote on my life at age 6, surrender Dorothy. I seriously feel that way about my life. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
It's too long to try and even get into. That's why I've been writing about it for 5 decades. So
yes,
it'll be interesting when it comes out, because I plan to redeem the entire human race from all this misery that we've all been suffering through for centuries, just by being humorous and having fun with writing. So there you go. It'll be science fiction-y. It'll be all kinds of fun that way.
I love that word, science fiction-y.
Well, it can't be all science fiction-y because so much of it's my real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's the kind of word I would use. Conundrum! What's up there, Chief? Hold on a second, I thought. Jesse Morrison with $5. I'm sorry I didn't get to it 15 minutes ago, but UFO report. All I see is fake news and old news. They know UFOs are real, but don't know what they are. That's what I see. And that, I believe, is the overall consensus on that. I believe that's what they believe. I believe that too. So thanks for the $5 and a very good... anybody else think differently than what Jesse Morrison just said? I mean, it's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Don't all shout out. Go ahead. All right. Thanks, Jesse.
I wonder if it would be too much to ask for some of these reports, since they're probably going to look similar as they continue to go on. Can we ask AARO to give us a presentation? You say some of these videos are balloons. Well, can we get some time to they can set up some dioramas or however they want to do it and say, hey, this is why we think it's a balloon. Here's the video. Here a video analyst go through that and break it down. I wonder if that's too much to ask, or maybe just
I tell you what, email them. I'll email them too. Why not, dude? That's what they're there for. Will Conundrum.
Yeah.
What's up, Carnundrum?
How's it going, eh? You doing about the report, eh? This is crazy. Do you
yes,
know
I am.
got a lot from that report?
I didn't hear you. I talked over you. What was that?
Oh, sorry. I got a lot from that report. I got a lot of information.
I wanted to say this, and I keep forgetting, and then I'll let you have the floor 100%. But Ollie from Alien Addict said something that, and I think I may have broached it initially when we started the show, but this report isn't for me or you or the people who are in the field every day. This is for people who don't know what's going on. That's how I feel about that report. Now you can go and say whatever you want. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so I did get a lot from this report, and I know a fair bit, even being an experiencer myself on a craft.
Mm-hmm.
I got a ton from this report based on that they don't know anything. I've been saying this for years. It's never been a topic that they've been interested in. They don't care about it. They can't get any information about it because it's so foreign. They can't do nothing about it. And this report and other reports and future reports are just going to tell you that they don't know anything about it. And yes, they might be pushing forward to find out more for the public. But that's just telling me that, yeah, they literally don't know what's going on. And they're
Or they know everything that's going on.
But come on. I don't think they do. I think
now, wait a second. There's two governments. There's the one we see and the one that makes decisions.
Sure. I'm saying
so the ones that we're seeing, they don't know anything. We know that.
I know I've seen a craft. The question is now, is it ours or is it alien? But I know what I've seen.
Do you remember when the stealth bomber came out, they said, we worked 50 years ahead of what you're seeing. So now we're about 40 years ahead of that, and I haven't seen shit that looks like alien or anything better than what we already have. So what have you been doing the last 40, 50 years? Making more better stealth bombers. That's it.
They don't know anything.
They don't.
Strongly believed it, and all of this Area 51, all the stories, the whistleblowers, I guess you could say, is all for us. It's to keep us hush about it and something to talk about. But the reality is, they don't know, and that's probably the scariest thing. Almost, that's more scarier, knowing that even our governments or the powers of the world don't even know what's going on. Well, that's not good.
I think
because
they know.
If they don't know what's in store for us, right? That's the next question, right? Why are they here? And I don't think they know why they're here. I don't think they have any idea why. And that's why.
Yeah, I totally don't agree. I think they know everything.
Yeah, you think so, eh?
Yeah, I do. I think they know.
I think people drafting the reports don't know anything.
Yeah, that's it.
People in Congress don't know anything. I think the people that do know, you'll never hear from them. Exactly. That's why when I first heard from Lou, I was super skeptical because I just don't think these people talk.
They don't know.
Why would you if you were in that position? You know what I mean?
Right?
You wouldn't. You would never do that.
No.
It's all a scripted. It's a psyop. It's to get this whole thing was just to get a feel for what we do. Why do you think they got a counterintelligence guy to go in and make multiple accounts, make believe he's other people, start fights, create fake friendships and enemies, and then tell everybody he did it? Come on, man. That's a psyop. He's figuring out what we're all doing and talking about him behind his back. What do they really think? The whole thing was a setup. Not initially, though.
I think they think it's a joke. I think they talk about alien stuff. They laugh about it.
That's the way it seems.
Because they don't care. That's it. And they're trying to pretend that they care. And this is why we're getting pissed off. Because the reports and shit that they put out is crap. It's straight up crap.
Well, they don't put out anything.
Well, Corbell, whoever the information, where they're getting this information from, let's say, and we, this is hypothetical. So we're thinking Corbell doesn't know any better, and he wants to produce something, and somebody catches his eye, whatever, right? That came from somewhere, from the government. He could be a hoaxer. Who knows, right? So with this information, the images and videos and all this stuff, it's just crap because they laugh about it. They're just like, give it to them. We need votes for next, this, or we need more votes for this or that. So that's something that the public's into.
It's gotten political for sure. It's definitely politicized, and They had to, though, because they had to get the signatures from Congress to approve the office and other stuff. So
I'd like to see reporters hold the politicians' feet to the fire, but until we can get the news outlets to actually pay attention to this situation, I mean, like massively pay attention, like we spam their Twitter or something with all kinds of reports of pilots and Navy people and all that, and everybody engaging in it. It's like a mass movement that has to get up off its butt and share. Share it with your representatives. Ask them about it,
Rich had a really good idea that he mentioned a few shows ago, and that was the March on DC. Because I think if the news alone reports on this, they're only going to get what they're told. What I believe most organizations, the news is CIA. So I don't think we're going to get that way. But if we march on DC, they're going to be forced to go ahead and report on that. You know what I mean? I think that's.
I think we should march right up to the steps where Anjali gave her press conference.
I'm doing it. I will be making signs. I'm going to get a table. I'm not joking around. This is really happening in springtime.
You need to get Trump on this because Trump. I hear Trump. He gets the people's ears going, and he could start a riot for you. So if you could get Trump on your show. We get Trump on his show, get them all riled up, right? Get his followers going.
No politicians, just the ufology enthusiasts. No politicians. I don't think so. Because if you go to one side or the other, then you're missing half the population. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, Dorothy A. I'm not American A. So I'm sorry about that.
You're not?
No, I don't know if you know.
I got Canucks for ancestors, up there in Winnipeg, there,
Oh shit,
Oh yeah, no lie,
How come you guys never go to B or C or D or E? You stop at A. You know what I mean, B?
I don't know what you're talking about, I don't
know. A boot. Now, every time I write the word about,
friends,
I put a boot when I say about now, and I say that's for my Canadian friends. Greg O'Brien, 333, halfway to Satan's love at 666. Thank you very much for the love. That's a super dono. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. Isn't he here? Isn't he on the show? There you are. I thought that was your doppelganger. Thanks, Chief. All right. So let's go. We got more to do. We've got another few minutes here left. So I'm going to put up the thing. There it is. I like doing it this way. This way you don't... See, you can still read it. All right. Now, the second half of this page...
Scroll back up. It says who killed Kennedy.
Oh, shit, it did. And I did it. All right. Since June 2021 publication of ODNI's preliminary assessment on UAP, ODNI has developed strategic guidance to enhance further collection, which AARO and ODNI will leverage to prepare, collect, and report on UAP in a comprehensive manner for the IC. NIM Aviation will remain the IC's focal point for UAP issues, while AARO and the DoD focal point for these issues and related activities. AARO will represent DoD to the interagency, Congress, media, and public in coordination with the Assistant Secretary of Defense for Legislative Affairs and the Assistant to the Secretary of Defense for Public Affairs. AARO's mission and responsibilities are contained in Appendix B. Where is the B? And I'm not caring at that. So forget about that. I just wanted to finish off that page. Now, this is the interesting stuff we're going to get into. Here's the big juice. Continued reporting and robust analysis. It says up here, UAP reporting. All right. I'm going to go to the second paragraph because I already said all of this stuff here. They just repeat it. All the extra sightings, 510. Now, since its establishment in 2022, AARO has formulated and started to leverage a robust analytic process against identified UAP reporting. Once completed, AARO's final analytic findings will be available in their quarterly reports to policymakers, not public, okay? I said not public. That's all it says right there, reports to policymakers. Now, AARO's initial analysis and characterization of the 366 newly identified reports, informed by a multi-agency process, judged more than half as exhibiting unremarkable characteristics. 26 were characterized as unmanned, like a UAS, unmanned aircraft system is what they call it now. 163 were characterized as balloons or balloon-like entities, and 6 were attributed to clutter. What is clutter, you ask? I don't know. I'd have to go look because there's a 2 right there that tells me where to look it up. And birds, oh, here it is. Birds, bags, debris, or weather events. It's here at the bottom, right there. Now, initial characterizations does not mean positively resolved or unidentified. This initial characterization better enables AARO and ODNI to effectively and efficiently leverage resources against the remaining 171 uncharacterized and unattributed UAP reports. And some of these uncharacterized UAPs appear to have demonstrated unusual flight characteristics or performance capabilities, and they require further analysis. Now, the majority of new UAP reporting originates from U.S. Navy and U.S. Air Force aviators and operators who witnessed UAP during the course of their operational duties and reported the events to the UAPTF or AARO through official channels. Regardless of the collection of reporting method, many reports lack enough detailed data to enable attribution of UAP with higher certainty. I'm getting tired of reading. Where's the part with the health? That's what I'm looking for. Well, we'll get to that. So, anything you want to mention in here, anybody? About anything that they've already said 3 other times?
I do believe it goes back to plausible deniability. You change the name of something, therefore you can change the definition of something. Hence UAP, UFO to UAP. You can change. They can. Matter of fact, if you copyright a word, you can change the definition. Like say, copyright the word meat. You can therefore change definition of meat, and put. You can serve freaking glass and call it beef and sell it to the public. That's how important words are. And it's just like I said, you change the name, you change the definition, and it's no bueno.
Big time.
Clutter is the alien poop, them shoveling it off, just so you know.
Yeah, that is alien poop.
The UAS, I mean, they've got so many 3 letters for everything. They're just drowning in it now. You know?
I know. It is so hard to read all this, too.
I wish they would. I wish they would dive into more of the further analysis. What that means. What does that mean?
Well, that means they just need more information.
Yeah, but like from where? I mean, they got the videos. They've been looking at them. They know enough to say they don't know what it is. Like, where are they going? You know, I don't know.
I hear you, man. I know. I'm just trying to guess
more details. You know,
I'm just trying to think what they're thinking. That's my answer. Like, why are they writing that? And that's why I think they did it that way. But
yeah,
they got to be details matter. Details matter. They need to be more specific on some things, but they do a pretty good job here. Now, this is the unclassified version, but there is a classified version of this report. But we are getting to the part that this is the one where they talk about the health issues and stuff. So ODNI and AARO have maintained communication with our allied partners regarding UAP, keeping them informed of developments and U.S. initiatives. The DoD and IC enterprises are working collaboratively to report, identify, and resolve UAP events. Agencies across the IC have established standard operating procedures that will streamline UAP resolution. For example, AARO's analytic methodology requires a whole-of-government approach to resolving UAP events, to include analysis and science and technology specialists to help resolve UAP events. There you go. There's the answer. You got it. That's where they're going to go and get more shit figured out.
Yeah.
Now, flight safety concerns and health implications. UAP pose a safety of flight and collision hazard to air assets, potentially requiring aircraft operators to adjust flight patterns in response to their unauthorized presence in the airspace, operating outside of air traffic control standards and instruction. Hey, I don't remember any airplane in the news being told to watch out for a UFO. Has anybody ever heard about that?
No.
Of a plane changing? No, me neither. To date, there have been no reported collisions between U.S. aircraft and UFOs. Regarding health concerns, there have also been no encounters with UAP confirmed to contribute directly to adverse health-related effects to the observers. Acknowledging that health-related effects may appear at any time after an event occurs, AARO will track any reported health implications related to UAP should they emerge. Amazing! Haven't we been hearing for the last few years how people have been getting sick when they get in the vicinity of a UAP, and yet they said there's no reports of that happening? Anybody want to add to that?
Yeah, that's right. Even pilots, when they get too close to these things, have reported adverse effects, such as like radiation sickness. And these are healthy individuals by trade, so they need to be in shape. So they get sick just by being. I wouldn't know, I guess it depends on from sighting to sighting and how far the craft has to be. Like, I wonder if there's like a standard, to what it is. That'd be cool to know.
Yeah, they don't say, but I would imagine close enough to where 50, maybe 100 feet. Who knows? Maybe you're right. Maybe, what if it is a mile away? It's 5,260 feet. Isn't that a mile? Something like that. What's a mile? 5,260 or 5,263? I can't remember.
I measure a mile in SIGs, but what you're, shit, what was I going to say? All right. Thank you. Good night.
Hey, real quick. Oh, go ahead. You first.
I was gonna say, it depends on how far they want to go back. I mean, I know they're saying that there's no health concerns, maybe in what they looked at there. But if I'm right, didn't the man from Rendlesham get a bunch of money for his health problems? So if they have to roll the tape back a little bit more, they might have to kind of change that statement, right?
I don't think he got the money. I think it was denied. But no, I'm not sure. I'm not. You know what? Honestly, I don't remember anymore. Okay. I can't. Yeah. So maybe you're right.
But
if he got money.
Sorry, Rich. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Did he end up getting health care at least for it? I think
that's what I heard. That's
what I heard.
Me too. Yeah. So I don't know about money. I'm sure there might be.
Well, I guess that's what I mean by money. Like, they covered some of it and said, he got hurt from whatever happened there. So that was my only thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how I
know is where's the rest of the medical funding for all the weird anomalous things that nobody can prove? For those military personnel and civilian personnel who have been affected by these things, where's the big pot of money for them?
That's a lot of people. I mean, how do you go about that? It's just, they don't have enough money for.
Oh gosh, I think there are a few people in the world who have a few extra bucks.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all, but you know how that works. It's just, there's no money, but there was they sent $4 billion over to Ukraine, a month ago?
Yeah.
There's no money. There's no money for these poor veterans and people who have, PTSD from this. But it's
that's right.
I didn't mean to go there, but still, it's sickening.
No,
you got to go there because it's actually happening that way.
Yeah. I mean, they could technically put the moon mission on hold and move some of that money if they wanted to. I mean, I'm sure NASA's got a big chunk of cash.
Put something back into the people that you did all this weird testing on, and they didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
Well, then that just means that they're accepting that it happened instead of denying it. They got to keep up the lie.
Yeah, I think more of that'll come out down the road. We don't have a picture of the stuff yet from them. I think that's way down the road.
Yeah, but everybody will be dead by then.
How long did it take to learn about the syphilis experiments with the Tuskegee Airmen?
Yeah. Oh, right. Tuskegee event. Yeah, I want to thank David Wilcox. About a half hour ago, he dropped a 20 spot for PayPal. So I want to say thanks for that. He says, I believe with your experience, you could write your own report in direct response to the one released. May even get you some recognition. That's an interesting freaking wow.
Rich, I hate to abandon you now, but I got a girls' night planned with some friends.
Oh, good. Oh, no, I'm happier for you that way. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and be safe.
Yeah, well, hi, everybody in the chat. I can never chat at you because I can never see you even when I'm just looking at the screen. You guys just chat so fast. I love it, but I can't see you yet. I'm a slacker. I gotta get new glasses. I know
a guy named Sal Rosenberg.
UFOlogy. I keep forgetting to get the appointment. Okay, I'll get the appointment. But have a nice night, everybody. Thanks for letting me on, Rich. This was fun.
Thanks, Dorothy. It was a blast as always. Dot on the spot, everybody. Be careful and don't do everything I would do. Wait, what?
Good luck. Good luck.
Hey, Rich, you're my little brother. I should be telling you that. Oh.
That's true. Dorothy. Now they know we're related. Yeah, Dorothy's my sister. Nobody knows that. Now you know. Big sister.
Can I say 2 cents about the report, Rich? Can I say something about the report?
Please. Yeah.
Okay, I know we got a little off topic there, but
that happens.
It sounds to me, I think outside the box a little bit, but we all know about the Men in Black, right? And how it's supposed to be the secret organization.
Mm-hmm.
I feel this report is opening up a can of worms to an organization such as that to now be publicly known, and it's given them the right to intrude on your personal space if an event ever occurs.
Well, yeah, because national security issues.
Right. That's how they're going to start labeling it. So
now
you have the right.
Yeah.
That's what I just heard, and I'm like, oh, damn.
Oh my God.
They just now open that can up for the public. This is what they're going to pass, is now you're not going to have any rights as an American when an object of that comes around. Before it was hush hush. You know, they did their thing. They scared you a little bit. They're like, don't go public with it. Now they can take you.
I tell you what. Let's see if they do that. Let's see. When that happens once, I'll be scared. But I don't think that'll ever happen.
You don't think that'll happen?
No way.
With that sentence said?
No. Because really, so let me make sure I'm hearing you correctly. If somebody says they report a UFO or there was a crash or an event happening in that area, they have the right to search your home because it happened within the vicinity, you're saying?
That's what it sounds like to me, yeah.
That's what I thought you said. And no and yes. I don't know, man. I have to look up the laws on that. But if there's a real health issue like radiation sickness,
but that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying in the report. When there's health issues.
Well, they would have to prove that first. But they could always fake it too. That's the whole thing. God dang it.
Damn it.
That's interesting.
I don't know. Thinking outside the box, right? And I'm thinking maybe this is a good thing. Let's put it positively.
All right.
Maybe this report, what I'm hearing, is now they're actually going to start doing things about it. And we are going to start seeing footage from here out forward. Maybe not the old stuff. And, we want to hear about the old stuff. But now they have somebody sifting through the information that it's not man-made. And now they could get that stuff out to the public where before they didn't have somebody doing that. It was just a clutter of information. They classified it all as UAP. And now it's time to sift through it all to find out what's really alien. But nobody was doing that. People were getting funding. Nobody was doing anything about it.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to see maybe a little change. How about that, right? Maybe we will start seeing stuff in 5 or 10 years.
Well, I've always, and I think it's been proven, it always seems like they're working, but in the end, nothing ever really gets done. So we'll see.
No. Right?
Yeah. We hear a lot of things are happening. This could happen. That's going to happen. This may happen, and nothing. So that's scarier, though. But that would be interesting if there was a crash around. Yeah, you know what? I would understand that as a citizen, though. You're giving up your rights for them to come invade your privacy, but to make sure I'm safe and make sure I'm not harboring this stuff. Like, they would have to come with metal detectors and all that other stuff to see if it's in my house. I'm not letting them in. They would have to kill me.
Oh.
Seriously.
Do I need to cut my Patreon subscription to you now, or is this
No, check it out. Like, let's say Lou Elizondo he wants me gone. He can't kill me, right?
So he wants you gone, Rich, 100%.
I don't know, but I have a feeling he would rather have me gone. But yeah, so they could actually set up this whole thing and then say, hey, we got to check your house. And then they come in, and while they're in there, some shit goes down. They arrest me because they plant what could be metal that I didn't tell them about that I found in a crash next door to me. That's really reaching. But, I don't know. If there's radiation floating around in the air, then everybody would have to be gone. Everybody. Then they'd be able to do whatever they want. Nobody would have eyes on them.
Hey, Will, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I have a question for you, man. Do you think it's going to take a video? I mean, haven't we seen enough videos? And how many people can agree on one thing? You see one video, you get 50 different interpretations of that video. So how is a video from especially the United States government, who I think we can pretty much agree on that we don't trust in the first place, and the reports and everything like that. It's just paperwork at the end of the day, right? So
that's what the funding's for. That's what that AARO's for. And AARO's going to do it. It won't be the government. It'll be AARO, because they now have a contract with those organizations to sift through it all. They have the contract to look through classified information that should not be in the public to UFOs, right? Because the government doesn't care. These other organizations don't care because they have a job to do. And that's to look out for China, Russia, and all this other crap. They don't care about what's flying across the earth. Who cares? It's not doing nothing to us, right? So this is where AARO comes in.
Is AARO the organization that only has 2 people working for them? Am I correct?
That's it. That's them.
They have 4 hands working at AARO,
right?
And
only one brain.
Oh yeah, if that right, yeah.
Well, no brains, but yeah.
Okay, so I'm just saying,
I'm just being hopeful, being positive, right? And it will be. It would have to be a video. It would have to be a video, because there's no other way to show the public, right?
They're going to get more people working there, but yeah, so far they're still going through the motions and hiring people. That's what I thought I saw.
Until it changes names again, and then starts a process all over. The paperwork, and meanwhile, people in the back shredding stuff. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, well, they weren't able to hire somebody before it got approved, so they actually did everything as it's happening. So I could understand them being a little behind, but I thought the UFO report was done, and then they didn't put it out because they wanted to make some changes. But we don't know if that's true. We don't know. Everybody's speculating. Who's come out and said that? I don't think Ronald Moultrie came out, the guy who ran the last one, said anything. Nobody said that's why it was delayed. We're only assuming, right? We don't know why it was delayed. The report. All right.
That's right. It's all assumptions, right?
Yeah,
people's opinions. That's how it works.
So the next couple of pages here, let me show you. Page 7, summary and a way ahead. Way ahead. Let's see what that means. All right, where are you guys? I took you out of the picture. No, there you go. Did we lose somebody? Will?
Dorothy.
Oh, Dorothy?
Yeah, Dorothy. She had to go.
That's why it looks different on this page. Dorothy, ODNI and AARO have maintained communications with our allied partners regarding UAP, keeping them informed of developments and U.S. initiatives. The DoD and IC Enterprises are working collaboratively to report, identify, and resolve UAP events. Didn't I already read this? It seems so familiar, like I just read this. Agencies.
You did, yeah.
It's all repeats. I read this already?
Yeah,
I think I read it in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
So forget that. Now, this is about UAP continue to represent a hazard. Is it really? No plane has ever been reported as hitting a UFO. What's the hazard? Just because they're in our airspace. That's all this says. It doesn't say anything else in this whole thing. And they're having coordinated efforts to figure it out. And what are they? We are confident and continued multi-agency cooperative UAP prosecution activity. Listen to this. We are confident that continued multi-agency cooperative UAP prosecution activities. Listen to that word salad bullshit. I It's word salad. That's all this is. Will likely result in greater awareness. Yeah. The more people that have eyes on it, I understand they're going to have greater awareness of objects in and across the air, space, maritime domains, as well as the nature and origin of UAP in the future. The establishment of AARO and application of AARO's new analytic process to this detailed reporting will increase resolution of UAP events. That's it, guys. And the last 2 pages here, just 3, 4, how many pages left? They don't really go over anything else. What is this? Transmedium objects or devices are objects or devices that are observed to transition between space and the atmosphere, or between the atmosphere and bodies of water that are not immediately identifiable. So they're actually putting in transmedium objects in here. I can't believe what I just saw. That's not even a real thing.
And drones. Why? I mean, did you hear Christopher Mellon's reply on his takeaways about the ODNI report?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. May I read you a little bit?
Definitely.
Okay, this is Christopher Mellon as of 1 day ago. As is plainly evident from the war in Ukraine and the recent conflicts in Armenia and in Yemen, drones are playing a rapidly increasing role in deciding the outcome of military conflicts. Therefore, any capability that helps to reduce clutter and identify genuine aerial threats is great value to military and national security. In that regard, congressional initiatives related to UAP are already paying dividends by improving our ability to distinguish legitimate threats from balloons and other airborne clutter. Initial progress includes the identification of 173 out of 510 UAP. If true, that is a major achievement with broad implications for security in the Indo-Pacific. Notably, these impressive advances were achieved without appropriating a single additional nickel for national security. Bravo to Congress for pursuing the UAP issue. I'll email this to you so you can put it in the in the description.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, there's more. There's like 3, 4. There's like 10 bullet points. So I'm not going to bore you with the rest, but it's pretty
that's
interesting.
good. It wasn't boring at all.
No, it was actually pretty interesting. Yeah.
Is there more?
Oh yeah, there's like Jesus, 20 more paragraphs, 10 more paragraphs that.
Oh wow, there's a lot more.
Yeah, I can read another section if you want.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, okay, of course. Bullet point number 2. Despite major breakthroughs in identifying many UAP, the total number of remaining military UAP incidents reported to the office has more than doubled from 143 in June of 2021 to 314 in August of 2022. That number will continue to grow with the importance of continuing UAP collection and analysis. Thankfully, the report reveals major progress in developing an effective government capability for investigating UAP enigma and kicking down the doors of ignorance that for far too long have prevented progress in understanding the phenomenon. Congress made this possible, and continued congressional support will remain critical as the new UAP organization competes for access to intelligence collection and analysis capabilities. Thus far, AARO seems to be doing well overall in obtaining cooperation from the military service and intelligence agencies. The largest outstanding question in the regard pertaining to the United States Air Force and the CIA collaboration, something Congress needs to closely monitor. Hopefully, the appropriations committees will take note on the good work done by authorizing committees and provide AARO the resources it needs to function effectively going forward. And like I said, I'll email you the rest.
I read that on the show yesterday. As you were reading it, I remembered it. But no, I'm glad you read that again, because that's something that needed to be said at this time. That was cool.
Thanks, Rex.
Yeah, he's pretty good writer, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. He's good at riding that middle line to where no matter what side you're on, you kind of can't really disagree with what he said. And I don't know. I have to agree. I'm in the same kind of boat, hammering the Congress thing. I think those are the only guys that can really move us forward. It doesn't seem like he cares too much about the report more than just, there's some more sightings, but hey, Congress, get on it. That seems, makes sense.
Caffeine Stew said something funny in chat. I love when people in authority tell us what we're ready or not ready for. That's so true. But yeah, are we ready for any type of disclosure though? You know what I mean? Like, it would be cool as hell, but what we're not, I think we would be ready if there was technology, but if aliens were proven and then they showed it to us, I think people would lose their freaking minds.
I think which I don't agree with everything John Lear said, but he's one of the most entertaining guys ever to listen to me.
Bob Lazar?
Lear, yeah, John Lear.
John Lear's son, Bob Lazar.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, but I kind of, one thing I do think there is a little bit of truth in is I think the religion part is a big deal of it. I think it's going to be hard if we find out that we've been seeded here or something like that. Try telling that to the Middle East. You know what I mean? They're probably not going to take that very well. And there's a lot of other parts of the world I don't think would do very well with it. But that's an area that would be a tough sell. So are we ready? I think there are a big chunk of us that for sure are. But those are the kind of areas I think you're going to have the roughest thing. And how do you deal with that? How do you tell them? I don't know.
Have you ever heard of a gentleman?
A what?
Have you ever heard of a gentleman by the name of Doug Coe?
Mm-mm.
Doug Coe?
Yeah. C-O-E. Yeah. He died. Yeah, he was part of the you've heard of the National Prayer Breakfast, right? They hold like each year, no matter who the president is, each year they hold a National Prayer Breakfast. Okay. And it's sponsored by religion, by the church and everything. So this guy Doug Coe ran it all. He never wanted his name mentioned. He wanted to just keep it as quiet as possible. They were called the Family. And in 2017, Doug Coe died. And it was interesting because you mentioned religion, and I think it's a major coincidence that the head of this organization died in 2017, the same year New York Times brought the article out. Just because of the religion factor, like maybe Doug Coe did not want, because Doug Coe was a really, really important guy behind the scenes. He's a dude nobody knows about, but he was really big character in the religious factor in the United States government. And like I said, he died in 2017. So maybe did he have a stranglehold on some stuff? So therefore, they were waiting basically, for him to pass away before they could even go there. Just a thought.
Yeah. No, good point.
Yeah. I also think that the technology itself, I think they would find ways to monetize it. I don't believe that big oil and stuff is the big reason. You can find a way to sell anything. Religion's the tough one, right? How do you flip all these people from all these decades, hundreds, thousands of years? How do you do that? I don't know.
Well, wasn't there? I forgot how many theologians were sent to what's its nuts? To Vatican.
What was it, like 160 or something?
Yeah. I remember that.
It was a lot. Like 60, maybe. It was so many of them. Yeah.
Whatever happened? Where's the information for that?
Well, that just started 6 months ago. They got It hasn't been that long. I know.
6 months seems like a long time just to sit around a table and talk and try. I mean, at least give us something, feed the pigeons.
Everything takes forever nowadays, especially when you got a group of people and everybody doesn't want to look like a jerk. So they have to come to a consensus. What's the best verbiage and narrative to put forward? So they got some work cut out for them.
Yeah,
theologians.
You're right.
We're all theologians, aren't we?
True. You're right. It needs to be written a certain way.
Who's this guy? Will Carr. What happened to that other guy that was there? The one that wouldn't move much.
I don't know. He took a hike, eh?
Okay, B. You see? See what I did there?
Yeah,
all right,
I'm worried about the report, man. I'm worried about the report.
Why?
I don't know.
The report is good. It's a great report for people who've never been in ufology before.
No, just the words that they use about that. Right, about the going to the site and everything. It's just, I'm really digging the Man in Black and the secrecy behind it. And I feel that it's going to be gone. There will be no secrecy behind UFOs.
No.
It's like
no way.
No?
This will never come out in a day of ever. The only way it's coming out is if you or I get abducted and bring an alien back with us in a headlock, or they crash somewhere where everybody can see it.
If
or
I get
something
abducted,
else.
I'm going to make sure. Can you cancel my Patreon if I get abducted by aliens? I don't
No,
want to keep on paying.
I'm gonna be you and do it right.
Okay. Okay.
You'll have plenty of space cash. You'll be able to pony up.
Right.
And then you can come back and go back to 20 years earlier when it started.
Right.
So I gotta do this.
I gotta say this too, Richie. Every single time, we get let down by something like this, a report, or the TTSA doesn't really work out, and they put out a little info here or there.
Yep.
Am I the only one that's kind of getting tired of hearing that it ain't for us? I mean, it's been 5-10 years of stuff that keeps coming around, and every time it's not what we want. It's not for us. When is it going to be for us, though?
Only when there's a disclosure.
I guess. Yeah.
What would you like to see in the report? What would make you happy? And we'll go around the horn.
I would like them. I'd like them to at least say, "Hey, we know it's not these other countries 100%. We're trying to figure out what it is."
You don't know that though. Can't say it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it's because I want I want it to be from somewhere else. I guess at the end of the day, right? I guess I don't know. Get more confirmation, or at least more confirmation that they know that there is a section of it. I guess you're right. It's a better way to put it. Anyway, you're right. Like a section of it that they know that is completely, like, we know it's not these guys, but it's something else. A little bit more confirmation of that. Fourth or fifth kind of.
If they're being honest when they say,
yeah,
if it's not us,
yeah.
Well, I want them to say it's not us. But Lou, when he says it's not us, it's because, or even a John Lee or anybody else, they always say, I know everything we have in our arsenal, and this isn't one of them. Like, you still know? Even with the black budget projects they're doing, you don't know anything. You haven't been around in 20 years in that, aspect of ufology, building UFOs, technology, reverse engineering. Will?
I kind of go with that. I want them to say that we're aware of it, and it's something that they've tried to look into it, or maybe that they're going to look into it. You don't need to get into detail. They're not going to give details, but that's kind of how I would enjoy that. If they said, yes, there is something coming from a different, part of space, and yes, we don't know anything about it, or if they say, yeah, we've been in contact or something, right?
Wow.
That would be disclosure.
Yeah, well, no, it's not disclosure. What it is what Dave Scott said last night. It's confirmation.
Sorry, yes, confirmation.
I want to start using that more than saying, everybody says this disclosure. No, it's not.
No.
It's just confirmation. It really is.
Right. It's exactly what it is.
If we ever got disclosure, then, everything's out in the open. We know everything they hid from us and wouldn't disclose.
They would never tell us, though.
I don't think it'll ever happen. I know it won't happen I can't say I know, but I don't think it'll happen in my lifetime. It hasn't.
I hope it happens in mine, but I agree. I don't know if they'll ever really tell us. I don't know.
Well,
are you 30 yet?
Back in history.
Yeah, I'm 32. Yeah.
Do they talk about organizations back in the past, say like 200 years ago or 300 years ago? Do they talk about these organizations, secret organizations? Because if they talk about it 300 years ago, then yeah, chances are they will talk about it. It might take them that long, but because it doesn't matter that now or at the time, right? It won't matter.
I mean, they won't release the last few pages of JFK. This is a way bigger deal than that. That's what really kind of hurts it to me. When they said they weren't going to release those again, I thought, man, how are they going to tell us anything with UFOs at this point? Then,
Yeah, I know. Well, the JFK thing should be out in the open, but aren't people still alive that were part of that? That's why.
Somebody's grandpa. He's watching football. He doesn't come out of the house. Who cares? Nobody knows him anymore. Release it,
That's going to be me.
Yeah.
Well, Greg, what would you like to see in this UFO report or next one?
Mine is going to be a redaction rather than a suggestion, if you can believe that. And my redaction would be is to have the word drone removed. This is a UAP report. You can't tell me this day and age, you can't tell the difference between a drone and a UFO. I would like that redact. I just want the drone removed from the literature, and I'm tired of it. It's ever since they threw that word in, it got more mucky, and it needs to go, man. It's a 4-letter word. It's no good.
Well, they have to keep it in there, and it's a 5-letter word. They got to keep it in there. Oh, you mean a 4-letter word? Like... they got to keep it in there, though. And I understand maybe someday it'll be gone when we figure out that they're not drones, but I don't see how you could take drone out of the narrative.
It's because they're identified.
Well,
right?
This in this report, they're explaining shit. This is, like I said, this isn't I don't think a report that's for us, but it's for people who want to know what's going on with the AARO office, what they're going to do, who they're going to work with, and what it is they're trying to figure out. And drones just happens to be a part of the narrative.
Yeah.
I think after this, if they start doing the report the way I hope they would do it, then we won't see the word drone used this way.
I think that's what he's saying, yeah.
Yeah, he is saying that, I think. And what I would like to see, and none of you said this yet, maybe you haven't, I just didn't hear it, but really good video. I'd like to see that. Just one. How about that 20-minute video? What if they ever drop that one? The 27-minute video of clear footage that Lou Elizondo promised would blow our balls off? And for some of the girls, even your balls.
Is it the one with the supposedly the triangle coming out of the water next to the ship? Is that the one, or is that a totally different one? Because I know the 23-minute one, was supposed to be, this big thing.
It's a Tic Tac video, isn't it?
Oh, you mean the full footage of the flare footage?
No, Lou said there's high definition footage.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
That if you saw this, it would change everything pretty much. Paraphrasing, but
yeah, I thought he said that people had seen it and they were like, oh, it's like Star Wars, and that was what people were saying behind the scenes. Yeah. I think him saying there's a 20-minute HD video out there is kind of like Lazar predicting 115. Like, we know the odds are they probably have it, so you can just say that.
That's
the odds
smart.
are we're gonna get to 115. You're probably not gonna get a bomb after that.
Big time. You're 100% right. I think you're right. Yep. Gyro. Hey, man, you're here. Hello.
What's up?
Thanks for joining the panel discussion on this UAP report. What do you think?
I don't even know what to think anymore.
Are you happy with it?
No. Not at all.
Why not?
They need to collaborate more. There has to be more analysis done.
That's what they're saying. They said that's what this report was doing. I think it's gearing us up for the future. That's how I see this report.
Well, I see it slowly stepping up, step by step. But yeah, I ain't happy.
Well, a lot of people aren't. I think this one is pretty much split down the middle. And when I first started, I said, and you could have seen the thumbnail, I'm like, we just got jacked again, disrespected. Yeah, maybe we did, but for the overall community, I'm not talking about the UFO, I'm talking about life of community. They don't care what we think. That's who this is for. And I am tired of saying that it's not for us. I get it, but it's not for us, or else we wouldn't be mad.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, like they're saying, imagine what they have seen, the top brass and everything.
I heard the Air Force has the best UFO footage.
They have to have the most knowledge.
Pardon me?
By far. I said they have to have the most knowledge of it by far.
You would think, yeah. Especially, like Ryan Graves said, they saw them every day for 2 years almost. How do you not have a lot of data? I want to know, where are those, videos? Where's the data on all of that stuff? You mean to tell me Ryan Graves and his boys were flying around for 2 years, seeing him almost every day, and the guys back at the ship and at a NORAD never even looked in that direction and got all the evidence? Bullshit. They've got it all.
Yeah, he's not telling the full story. I don't think he is.
Hell no.
Yeah, I don't care for it. Did he actually say that he's seen it with his own eyes? Because I felt like I seen an interview with him saying, no, Graves. Because I feel like I seen an interview of him saying that he never really seen it himself. He's seen a lot of radar and stuff, but he never really looked at it. But I feel like other people say, no, he's seen it. He flew next to it. But there was some interview where it sounded like he said he never really seen it with his eyes, just on radar.
Maybe he never saw some part of it. I don't know, but he definitely said he saw it himself. He said, didn't he say one went right between him and another pilot? And they were really
that's
close.
what I saw. That's why I thought it was weird from the interview. It sounded like he said, no, I didn't see him in person, but
maybe it's possible. It's possible he didn't remember the script.
I don't know how he can sit there and tell you that, they didn't care that stuff was over there and they never went and looked at it. I don't know how he can do that.
Oh my God.
I just don't see how that's possible that it's stuff in their airspace and it's, don't worry about it. What? That's what you're here to do, is worry about it.
You know why? Because they got so used to seeing them all the time that to them it was nothing. But now it's reversed. We're hearing that for the first time, and we're like, what? What do you mean? It's UFOs, it's history, and you're not even going to pay mind to it now because it's happening that often? Yeah, that's exactly right.
I agree they were interested. I mean, Fravor said he wanted to fly one. I mean, I'm sure he went over and looked at it, I mean, a couple more than once, more than probably just the first Tic Tac story,
Fravor's, he's a real pilot guy, man. That guy's he's supposed to be unbelievably good at what he does. Real good leader guy. Yeah.
You got a minute?
Like a maverick?
I've got a minute left. Yeah, who's saying that? I can't see. Greg?
Yeah, man.
What's up, bro?
Do you want to hear something funny? That with the video, the 23-minute video that we were talking about?
Yeah.
I just got it on good authority that it's actually 19-second footage, which is often claimed to be a clip of a lengthening video, shows a round saucer-shaped object like a McMinnville UFO photographs hovering near an airplane and then moving forward, maneuvering below the aircraft wing and flying upward. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's supposedly that's the clip. That's a 23-minute video.
So they're saying that's 19 seconds as part of a 27-minute video?
I'll show you. I got the video right here.
Yeah, I think I know the video, but send it. Can you show it? Just share it and send it to me, and then you can share it on your screen.
Let me try this.
I'll just approve it. You hit present and then pick what you got to do it with.
I'm a
these people
is it in a tab, Greg?
Yeah,
dude.
It's just a saucer outside. Looks like an F-18.
No. Listen, the video. Yeah. Is it your own file or is it in a tab on a browser?
It's on a tab.
Okay, so then you hit present, and then you hit, share, and then pull up the one that says not entire screen.
Can I DM it to you?
That's... Yeah, you can send it to me. Just send it.
These guys have logical evidence for all this shit.
It's just easy. I got DMs up right now with it in it. Okay.
No, I just have a headache. It's not you. No, I promise I've had it all day. I didn't sleep well.
You need to smoke more herb.
Yeah, and I'm out and had no money to get it, so I haven't smoked all day.
Well, hey, Richie, I gotta go. Wife's got dinner in there.
What are we eating?
What she's got this chicken balsamic with cherry tomato dish deal.
Sounds delicious.
A little something.
Well, enjoy. Thanks for hanging out. I love the input. And anything you want to add? Anything coming out? You have a channel you want to support? Tell us about? Whatever.
No, maybe next year. Maybe next year. I got a few things going this year. Then maybe next year we'll see what happens. But
2024. All right.
You know.
Hey,
Hey,
that'll
nice
be
to
here
meet you,
before you
Greg,
know it.
Will, Gyro, Richie.
All right, brother.
I hope you guys have a great continuing of the new year, and hopefully we get more information, later on.
For sure. Great stuff,
right.
man. Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Cool. And we will end the show here. Greg, do you have anything that we're going to look at?
Yeah, I DM'd it to you.
Welcome to America.
I think a lot of people have seen this video.
Oh, yeah. I played this on the show a few days ago.
Yeah. So supposedly this is the 23-minute video.
No. This is supposed to be the one?
This is supposed to be the one.
Oh, I'm embarrassed for Lou to even think this.
Right, Rich? It's like your mom has 13 lips.
She doesn't. She's got 19 lips, Gyro. 19 lips, 19 legs, and one ass. So there's the video. Woo-wee! Now that's high def. I tell you, I'm excited about this high def. It looks good though, man. It looks real. It looks real as hell.
Yeah. What do you think? It's like through a plastic cup?
No, it's through a window.
You think it's through a cockpit window?
I don't know. I think that is a legitimate airplane. And if anything, they made a fake UFO on the other side. It looks really good. Third phase of moon, I'll have to ask them what they think. They might see something I don't know about and see if they think it's CGI. They know their shit. But that's it for tonight, man. We got to get going. I got to go too. Greg? Hold on a second. Gyro, thank you very much for coming on, brother.
Thank you for
You want to promote anything before we take off?
No, I just wanted to join in and see what you were up to.
I'm glad you did, man. Yeah, thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. And, of course, we'll see you next time.
Okay, brother.
All right, Gyro. Thanks, man. Bye-bye. Wilka! What's up, Conundrum?
How's it going, Rich?
Thanks, man. I always enjoy talking with you. You have a very, very... You are unassuming. You are an extremely smart person. Not because of what you talk about here. I can tell. You're hiding your real you from us. I want to know the real you. Do you work at NORAD?
No, not yet.
Oh! No, man, you are great stuff. I always love talking to you guys. Anything you want to add? I know you got the TikTok and all that other stuff. Tell us where we can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on TikTok. I've been paying more attention to my YouTube channel. And yeah, I'm going to be dropping a documentary soon. So hopefully you guys subscribe and keep a lookout.
I can't wait, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I know I'm not in it, but I can't wait.
No, it's a Canadian documentary.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay, cool.
Yeah. What's the name?
Yeah, I think I got a name for it. It's called I'm a Survivor. A Canadian Myth and Legends.
No way. All right.
Yeah.
Have you gotten in touch with Dave Scott yet to promote your stuff when it comes out?
No.
Why not?
I'm only working on my cell phone. And I've said this before of years past. I got an S22. I just got off the S20. And so I got this S22, more RAM, awesome processor. And I had this documentary I need to get going. And it's about the snow snake.
Don't know
in Canada. Yeah. So, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
All right. So, because Dave is we're going to get you on this show and promote that when you're ready. I can't wait. No, we will. We're going to blow it up. Thanks for coming on.
Funny. Yeah, man.
And everybody check out Conundrum on TikTok.
Right? TikTok or YouTube. Yeah.
And YouTube. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Mucho gusto. Good night, so.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
So nice meeting you, Will. Shit.
Oh,
yeah.
There he is.
Yeah,
you're back.
You too, eh?
Nice meeting you, man. I'm so glad to have met you. Thanks, man.
Oh, yeah. You guys never met, huh?
No,
That's
unfortunately.
Cool.
No.
I see him all the time. I don't know why he doesn't see me. I don't get it.
What's your name in the chat? Will Carr?
It's Conundrum or Will Carr. Yeah.
Okay. Now I know. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm so glad to have met you, Will.
It's all right. Yeah, you too.
Cool.
So
thanks, Will.
right.
Greg,
be good.
Thank you, man.
You
Always
too.
a pleasure. Thanks, Will. Always a pleasure. So
Cool,
I don't remember everybody. What, do you have anything you can promote or not really?
Nah, nothing at all.
All right, I won't forget now. Thanks. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad we got a chance to talk about it. I don't think this is a nothing burger by any means. I just think this is for the people that are learning, and we'll see what the next one's like. So we'll wait 6 months.
Slow drip, huh?
Slow drip. That's just the way it is, and I'm not going to get mad over it. So
cool. That's a good way to look at it, man. That's
Yeah.
a great way to look at it.
Yeah, it only took 20 years.
With age, man. It comes with age, dude.
It does, and especially if you don't have the energy anymore. But I do. I will never. I'll never stop. Thanks, man.
All right, keep it angry, dude.
I will.
All right, love you. Bye.
Love you. I'll keep it angry, but we'll be smart about that anger. It's frustration, which is a form of anger, so I don't have a problem saying that. But I want to thank everybody who joined the show tonight, including Dorothy, who had to go, went out with her friends, which I'm extremely excited to hear how hard they partied, if they made it rain at any joints or anything like that. Maybe they did karaoke and all that other stuff. What do people in their 60s do nowadays? Dorothy does so much. It's amazing. She's an amazing person. And thank you, Dorothy, for coming on. So Coral Ann, as you may have heard, passed away. And she was we don't really have a main moderator, but she was the moderator that ran the StreamYard super chats and questions and any concerns. And she would forward them to me or post them up on the screen. So that position is going to be filled, and I am going to announce that tomorrow. Or actually, I'm going to ask the person if they want to do it, and then Monday we'll make the announcement. Fair enough? All right. And thank you, moderators and super chatters, for being very supportive. It's a struggle. I understand. Everything that we're doing nowadays has gone up. My electric bill, even though I used 10% less energy and kilowatt power, my bill was $10 more, $20 more than it should have been compared to what it was last month. So I used less power, paid $20 more. They've already raised it in Florida. They're going to raise it 3 years. By the end of the year, we are going to be paying 20% more for our electric in Florida. It's ridiculous. It's nationwide. So here we go. You thought 2022 was inflation. 2023 is going to be, in summer, gas is going to be up to maybe $7 a gallon, $6 a gallon. Again, can you imagine? We just got down. We're at $3.19 here in Florida a gallon for regular unleaded. It was $27 to fill the car up, and I was just halfway in the E, so I had like 20 miles to go. But I always drain the tank. I'm pretty good at that. Never ran out of gas. Nathan threw down $11.11 on PayPal. The report, he says, is for regular Joes, not us who actually look deep into things that go all over the sheep of the mainstream. I read that wrong. That report is for the regular Joes, not us who actually look deep into things and gosh all over the sheep of the mainstream. Thank you, Nathan, for your continuing support of Goof On. And newcomers and everybody else, veterans, thank you very much. We need 321 more, I think. 31 more for 10,000 subscribers. So, see what you can do. That Theories of Everything ride is over. I'm just getting a few subs here and there, back to normal. It's sad. I know, it's something like 1,400 or something we got. because I don't know how it works, but somebody picked up some shit on my channel. I know my views have gone up a little bit, but I don't know where they all come from. Anyway, it's not my problem. That's good news. Good news. Finally got subs like that. That was crazy. Never had that happen before. Truthology for ufology. That's why I gush. Thanks, everybody. And what? 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 Alien bless. Take care. I said take care.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.